At LHTC Broadband, we're proud to provide the communication services you need to get the most from today's technology. We're your local choice for TV, phone, and internet. We offer high-quality cable TV service with HD, multi-room DVR, on-demand, and watch TV everywhere. Plus unlimited calling, and our internet is faster than ever with speeds up to 1 gigabyte. With no contracts and local customer service, switching has never been easier. Call today, 724-593-2411, or visit lhtcbroadband.com.
You're listening to Laurel Highlands Happenings on 97.3 Light FM and 1480 WCNS, sponsored by Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine at Seton Hill and Stoystown Flag Sculpting Festival, coming September 14th and 15th. Good morning, I'm Louise, and I'm your host of Laurel Highlands Happenings. I'm here the first Saturday of every month to share with you stories of the Laurel Highlands, events that are happening and places to visit and things to do. We're rattling through summer at an alarming rate. Have you been out and enjoyed the breathtaking views and landscapes of the Laurel Highlands? Have you sat and enjoyed one of many free concerts or summer theatre in the region? Or sipped a cool glass of wine at one of our outstanding wineries? If you love history, visit one of many historic sites from the French and Indian War era through to the coal and coke industry. We have it all here in the Laurel Highlands. Don't know where to go? Visit our website, laurelhighlands.org, for events, coupons, place to visit, and things to do. You will not be disappointed. This month, we are showcasing Stoystown in Somerset County. The town businesses are collaborating together to launch their inaugural Upcycled Art Cruise around the town, and I've invited them in to tell me more about this fun event and what's occurring in their hometown. We have Mayapple Marketplace, the Experience Farm in the studio, plus we'll have Old Towne Distillery calling in later. Yes, Stoystown does have its own distillery, and we'll learn more about that in a bit. But first, let's begin with Mary Lee Stotler of Mayapple Marketplace. Good morning, Mary Lee. Thank you for coming on the show.
Good morning, Louise. Thanks for having us.
It's so good to see you again.
Yeah.
So you have been on our show in the past, but for those who maybe didn't catch that show, can you just recap what you offer at Mayapple Marketplace?
We are focused on Pennsylvania-made products. We're a small general store, and we have about 50 different, we call them vendors, but they're not really vendors. They're artisans that we showcase in our shop, as well as local ice cream. And we're about to bring on a local coffee roaster. So.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yes.
Anyone we know?
Lynn Run?
Aha, yes, I thought so. I know them.
They're good.
Oh, brilliant. They have very good coffee, yes. Indeed. Now, Mayapple Marketplace does offer some events to the town, and one of them is First Friday's Coffee and Jam events.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
We invite local musicians and anybody who really is interested. If you want to do poetry, anything you want to do, just come on in and jam. It's very informal. Sometimes we bring in a food truck. Sometimes the distillery comes and does a tasting. Sometimes people just bring in their games and play games while all this is happening. And it's just sort of a free...
sort of community spirit kind of outreach to everybody. Come in and enjoy some sort of music and bring your own bottle and food, that kind of thing, right?
Yes.
That sounds very cool. I just like those kind of events, very relaxed. So you have some great locally produced goods that I have been into your store several times, so I definitely worth a visit. Now, you're doing this new event, and it's called Upcycled Art Cruise, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, because this sounds fascinating, and it sounds really cool for Stoystown.
Well, we all decided that we wanted to create more of an artsy vibe to the town, and I've participated in things before where we used recycled items for art, and it was fabulous. I mean, people were so enthusiastic because the bar to participate is very low. You can use junk and
just anything, right?
Right. So we're really excited about it, and I can't wait to see what comes in.
So really, creativity knows no bounds. You could just basically use anything. There's no restrictions at all?
No. We just ask that they have at least 75% recycled content, And we'd like them to take pictures of it beforehand so we can kind of see.
Sort of before and after.
Right.
Okay, brilliant. So are you thinking people can use sort of junket that they've got stored in their garage or their shed or basement to things like lots of plastic bottles and...
Plastic bottles, tin cans, old furniture.
Old furniture.
Anything. We have people who've made things out of old metal, pieces of metal. They do outdoor sculptures. So we're open to whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay. So this Upcycled Art event is a collaboration with all the businesses. So is there going to be displays of art at these different properties, or is it going to be along the street? How is it going to work?
It's going to be, if it needs to be inside, it's going to be inside one of the properties, and if it needs to be outside, we're hoping maybe at the honey farm or an outdoor place where people can go visit. It depends on what comes in.
Okay.
We won't know until really, and it's kind of exciting. We won't know until
we won't know till you know, right?
Right.
So, and when is this actually happening?
It's happening beginning on August 24th. We're going to have a kickoff party.
Right.
And at 6 p.m. on August 24th, and it'll go then for about 3 weeks.
So it's going to be on display for 3 weeks at everyone's different places and in the street, if possible. And how many stores or properties do you have signed up to display the artwork so far?
The 5 in our little group so far.
So just run off those for the listener. So that's Mayapple Marketplace, Summer Smiles Farm, The Experience Farm, Old Towne Distillery, and...
Well, we probably won't have anything in your pottery studio, but it might be there at the gym.
It might be at Pearson Pottery as well.
It may. We
so
don't
that's
know.
the 5. Okay, so this is very cool. So, so people who are listening think, oh, this sounds cool. I want to do this. I've got loads of junk.
Yeah.
So how do they find out more information about signing up, registering, that kind of thing?
They can follow us on Facebook. We have created an event, and the flyer is on there, and they are welcome to let us know and yeah.
Okay. So when you say Facebook, is that Mayapple Marketplace?
Yes. If you follow us on Facebook, you should be able to find everything you need. And if not, message us and we can fill you in.
You can point in the right direction. Any cost involved to actually doing an entry for the art?
We're asking for a $20 entry fee per artist, which means you can submit up to 3 things for that same $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right.
Okay.
So there's not an additional fee per artist.
Is there any prizes?
Whatever we get, we will distribute among the artists.
Okay.
That's the winning artists. That's how we're going to run it.
Is there do you have different age levels? So are you going to have a kids or adults or no, you don't know. Okay. I'm just sorry. I put you on the spot there. Okay.
we haven't gotten.
Okay. All right. But this sounds very cool. I'm looking at the flyer now. I mean, you could just use old tins.
Anything.
Bottles, lampshades, I know, pieces of chairs, picture frames, I mean, bits of machinery, cogs, I mean, hangers. Just be creative and just contact Mayapple Marketplace in Stoystown and go for it. I think this is really cool.
Yeah,
and
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Perfect timing now where I think everyone is so much more conscious of the plastic plight in this world, and we have all got to be more responsible and stop using plastic and and or recycling, upcycling, or repurposing, that kind of thing.
Repurposing, finding new things to do with old items.
This is perfect. This is perfect timing. I hope it goes well. This is your first time.
Yeah.
Anything to add about the event, or anything
we just hope people are very patient with us because we haven't done this before, and we'll have to probably work out some kinks, but we'll
as
see
always.
What happens. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I also have 2 other guests in the studio. I've been very quiet so far. So I'm going to jump over now to...
What's our names?
Wesley Adam and Stacey Pearson.
Hello.
Hello. And they're actually from the Experience Farm that is located in Stoystown. Now, tell me, what is the Experience Farm? I'm so curious. What do you do at the Experience Farm?
It's a good question, and it's a difficult question to answer, but essentially right now it's a purposeful retreat space, and the goal is to host experiences that drive people toward their potential. Okay. And those experiences we curate based on models of self-mastery that we have been researching, experimenting, and developing. I mean, I honestly have been doing it all my life, inadvertently, like unconsciously, but I've just always, since I was young, just have been creating models to make myself and the people around me and the things around me work better. And Stacy and I met in New York a few years, I guess it's been 6 years ago.
6 years, okay.
We were working on. We came to each other through similar, through the industry, through similar self-development type stuff.
Retreat, wellness kind of.
Well, it was actually through, I was developing software for gyms, and she was...
Community building at a gym.
Yes, and...
Oh, okay.
So we were both very community-driven, and so our jobs led us to each other.
Yes,
gotcha.
so because it all basically comes around, we're both trying to build community.
Right.
And build a better community, build a community that allows our better selves to flourish. And that is a lot of what the Experience Farm is to be a hub for us to build a community that is more facilitating of growth.
Okay. All right.
Potential actualization, basically.
So I've got all these questions flying around in my head.
Okay.
So you have, so it's like a retreat. So is your customer base more people that are in urban areas, cities that want to get away, they want to get off the grid, they come to you, and they're staying in a nice rural environment? And
so it's it's we get a lot of that, but we get people for all reasons. People just want to. I mean, right now Airbnb is a huge thing where people are just looking for quick,
get away.
day getaways, weekend getaways, and they just want to go out and experience something new. And we are that. But also, if people are seeking more to the experience, we love to give more to the experience, basically.
Okay. So when you say give more, what activities do you offer? I mean, do you have a zip line, or do you do massage or meditation? What kind of activities are you offering?
No, it gets a little bit more extreme than that.
Extreme.
I mean, more no,
less extreme.
More complex, I guess.
Okay.
So one that we have always, probably our favorite and most popular is fear fighting. We like to take people out on experiences that we know they are going to
not enjoy. It's basically getting them to confront their fears.
Right. Yeah. So we had a group of kids, teenagers that I took them up Stacy and I we took them up a difficult mountain climb.
Okay.
And one of the boys was very, very fearful and having trouble in school because of it. And I had to coax him literally every single step of the way, foot and hand. But by the time he got through it, he felt so empowered and he wanted to do it again. But most of the way there, he was like, no, I want to turn back. No, I want to turn back.
Right.
And it's just basically getting people, coaxing people through their fears, basically, and supporting them through and just being the facilitator of following through their fears.
I think everyone that's listening can probably relate to what you just said. We all have fears. Some of us are probably better at dealing with it or just acknowledging it, while others just ignore it and they just won't go out of their comfort zone.
Right.
But that's a very good point that you say that, to actually encourage people to confront them and overcome it, because then your world really opens up and there's so much more you can do. And it's so wonderful when you get out that comfort zone and you do confront things you're scared of doing. It does make you feel so much more confident and empowered. It really does.
And ready for the next one.
Absolutely. And I can do that now. I'll go and do something else. And it's brilliant, isn't it? I just think it's very cool. So that's great. But do you offer anything like like meditation or any wellness stuff at the farm? Or is that something that, do you have like a plan for the future? Do you have other plans?
Well, so we are. We have plans for all of it, but
Right.
we're like right now we're just getting started, and so right now we're just doing a lot of work to the farm to prepare structures and such, and
Okay.
we're trying to get a bigger list of a bigger menu of experiences, basically,
Okay.
as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, we definitely have. I mean, as far as meditation, we have 60-foot high silos that we want to put a purposed space at the top of it with windows the whole way around. So you're up with a 365-degree
Right.
view of
The
you know
Laurel
the space
Highlands.
around you, and
Yeah.
and to meditate in that would just be wonderful, I think. So.
That'd be very cool. So people come now and they lodge with you. What kind of facilities do you offer? Is it like tents or is
Yeah,
it
so
like
right
cabins?
now, right. So right now we just have a glamping space, and that's
Okay.
a cabin tent with an outdoor shower, outdoor bathroom and outdoor
Right.
kitchen, and it's set off in the middle of the farm, kind of in a secret garden-y type
Yep.
space, and so we have different trails and activities that they can do on their own, just like taking walks on the trails and picking berries and going to the river and whatever else that they can
Just
find to do in nature.
Be mindful with nature and enjoying your surroundings and just getting off, not getting off the grid such, but just forgetting about work and
Yes.
life. Maybe I know what you mean. How many acres do you have in the farm?
365.
Gosh, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, it's enough for now.
Yeah, I should say. Is there a lot of woodland? Or,
Yeah, it's mostly woods. What is not woods is field that is being used for corn and wheat. And
Okay. All right. So with this upcycled art event at Stoystown Stories, you're going to have hopefully some nice art displays up at the farm, right? Am I thinking?
Hopefully that's the aim, right?
Yeah, that'd be very cool. So do you have any locations picked out, or are they going to be sort of on the drive leading up or out in the woods for people to find them?
I think the artwork will probably dictate what site it belongs
point.
to. It'll speak to us when we see it, most likely. And the thing that's nice about the upcycled art event for people to take advantage of that's so in line with what we're doing is that a couple things. One, there's strength in numbers, right? So like when you go on a scary hike and you're with a group of people, it's something that you're going to be more willing to do when you have the support of others around you, and everybody's kind of scared together and everybody's vulnerable together. So not only are you like stepping out of a comfort zone because of who's around you, but who you are on the other side of it individually and collectively is different.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so special. So, Wesley took me on this famous hike a long time ago, and then who I was different when I was crying at the top of it because I actually did it.
Yeah.
And then our friendship was different as a result of that. And then
Okay.
you can relate that to things like being uncomfortable and doing something new like artwork and being vulnerable in a group and using that as a reason to call you into an action that you wouldn't ordinarily do day to day. So people are now looking through their garage at the garbage and seeing it through different lens. And
Right.
that's kind of what we're doing at the farm is like looking at what you have and changing your perspective and your lens that you're looking at yourself and life and the people around you with.
Good point. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very okay. Cool.
Why didn't I think?
So, if people want to learn more about the farm, how do they book? I mean, do you have like Facebook page or website? Where can they learn more about? Cool, I'd like to come up here for a weekend and just hang out, do some glamping.
Yeah.
Do you have any info?
They can just Google search and find whatever channel they can get to us easiest, whatever channel works best for them. But the glamping space is listed on Airbnb. We're on Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
Hip Camp, yes.
Hip Camp. That's a
yes.
new one. I haven't heard that
It's
one.
similar to Airbnb, but it's for camping.
Camping, sort of like, is
Right.
that linking with like lots of music festivals? Is that like an international thing? Or?
Yeah. I mean, it's the Airbnb of camping. It's the same thing as Airbnb,
Right.
except it's for camping.
I did not know that. I've learned something today. Oh, maybe I'm just old.
You're
old
welcome.
And just it's okay. So, and your Airbnb is actually Sunrise Spring Glamp.
Correct.
At the Experience Farm,
Yes,
right?
at the
So
Experience
they can
Farm.
find us through
Yeah.
either name.
Oh, this is very interesting. Anything to add? Because we're running out of time.
I mean, it depends on how much time we have. I love you and thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. It's great to meet you at last.
Great to meet you too.
So,
Jim,
oh,
Right. So yes, there's a gym.
Okay.
We have a gym in town also. I guess we didn't. That fell through the cracks.
Okay, we can do
here,
a quick shout out to the gym. Go for it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just a gym that we have different challenges there, like Ninja Warrior type challenges, and that's also going to be a host of the Upcycled Art event.
Okay.
It's 24-hour access gym, and my pottery studio is in the window of the gym. So
right on Stoystown on the main street, right opposite Mayapple Marketplace.
Exactly.
Know exactly where it is. Well, thank you, Wesley and Stacey.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to chat. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Have you just tuned in? You are listening to Laurel Highlands Happenings, brought to you this month by Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine at Seton Hill and Stoystown Flax Sculpting Festival coming September the 14th and 15th. Now, I just wanted to mention Summer Smiles Farm that's also in Stoystown. They are a very busy farm that is dedicated to honeybees. Their mission is to restore education, determination, passion, and offer hands-on beekeeping workshops. Pretty cool, hey? So they also offer tours and kids mini camps too. They also offer wonderful farm-to-table dinners, which feature wood-fired brick oven artisan pizzas. My mouth is drooling just reading this. And they also offer a lovely rustic wedding venue too, with accommodation also available, 4 unique spaces located on the farm. So all in all, they sound like very busy bees. Pun completely intended, and definitely worth checking them out. So if you want to find them on Facebook, it's Summer Smiles Farm, or visit their website at summersmileshoneyfarm.com. Now, my final guest today is Howard Handwork of Old Towne Distillery. Good morning, Howard. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on the show. Unfortunately, you're calling in, so you can't bring in any samples for me to try, which is a shame. But welcome. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry we couldn't make it today. We're actually in the middle of making gin, so when the still is running, we don't have a lot of time to take off for things. So sorry I couldn't be there.
I totally understand. That comes first, right? You got to make your gin, right?
That's correct. Yep.
So you're located in Stoystown. I actually have been to your property. It's a great old building. Tell the listeners a little bit about you, background, why you got started, and when you got started.
Sure, yeah. So the building it's actually a really historic building. It's been there since the late 1800s, beginning of the 1900s, and that was used as a independent order of Odd Fellows. It was lodge number 372. So we actually use a lot of Stoystown history for our products and things from the lodge. So, like, of course, our vodka is called 372, and they used to use some glasses down there for initiation, which were called hoodwinks. So that's the name of our gin as well. And we got started, basically we looked around and we seen that there was a saturation of microbreweries, but not that many micro distilleries. So we thought it would be a good thing to start up. And we're pretty happy and pleased with the outcome so far. The town does great down there. People support us. And so if you're wondering where we're located, we're actually right below the bank. We're at 203 South Somerset Street. So just below the bank in a big white building.
Okay, I know exactly where you are. And I love the way you're tying in the connection with the past, with the building, with the products you made. That's a really nice touch, keeping it local, reminding people about their heritage. That's very cool. So what days do you open?
We opened approximately 3 years ago, and then we just opened our tasting room. We're just a little over a year ago with that. It was around June 24th last year with a tasting room, so people can come in now, have some drinks, do tastings, and buy bottles to go as well. Okay,
and then, so what days can they come by? Is it just weekends?
We're there Thursdays 4 to 9, Fridays 1 to 9, Saturdays 12 to 8, and Sundays 12 to 4. Okay, so that's a nice sort of well-rounded sort of opening during the weekends. So how many products do you actually make, Howard? Well, at any given time, we have about 8 to 10. We do a few different kinds of gins, vodkas, rums, and whiskeys, and that's about the gist of it for right now. We're going to expand on some other things, but we're going to keep that a secret for right now. Okay, big top secrets. So what is your best seller? This time of year is definitely our ginger vodka. People love Moscow Mules during the summer, and it just does really, really great for us. And we also, we make a bunch of different mixed drinks with that down at the distillery as well, with like pineapple cranberries and ginger martinis, things of that sort. God, that sounds really nice and refreshing.
exciting. Sounds good. And then, well, I guess you do seasonal stuff. So I'm assuming when you get into fall, do you do like, I don't know, do you do pumpkin stuff? Or is that, no?
Yeah, we actually, it'll be coming out here. We usually bring it out at the beginning of October, end of September, beginning of October, and that is our fall rum, and it has cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice, and we age it on oak for just a few months, and it gives great color and taste to it. Everything's all natural in it, and it goes great with apple ciders or like a cream soda. It just makes a wonderful cocktail.
Oh, that does sound delicious now you say that. Yeah, apple cider. All right, so I'm going to have to swing by, I think. So do you have any events? Because I know a lot of distilleries and breweries have the food trucks now. They do the live music at weekends. Do you have that kind of thing too?
So for this time right now, we try to do a trivia night like once a month. We were doing it weekly, but sometimes, people get busy. So we moved that back to once a month. And then we are looking at some bands. So if anybody's listening out there and wants to call us and maybe book an acoustic gig would be great. And we actually have... in August, the end of August, I should say, we have Creeps Chicken from Somerset. So he's a local guy, Clay Morocco. So he'll be down in August selling chicken, which is famous around Somerset here.
Okay, that sounds great. And then I'm assuming as you'll have more events going into the fall and obviously into the holiday season as well.
Yeah, and those are usually exterior events. You can always check us out on Facebook. We list where we're at. We're at Sunday on the Square on August 4th, and that's at Central Park in Johnstown. So that's a great thing. There's going to be local food, B&L Winery, Stanbridge Brewing, and us. So it should be a good time down there as well. Okay, so you sound pretty busy then. You're out and about, and you've got the distillery as well. So if folks are listening and think, we want to learn more about this distillery, because really there's only a handful of you actually in the Laurel Highlands, and you're the only one in Somerset County at the moment, aren't you? Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's actually one distillery for each county at the moment in the Laurel Highlands. So this is pretty cool. So if people want to learn more, where can they find more information? Do you have a website or Facebook page? What's the info?
So if you do go to www.oldtowndistillery.com, town has an E at the end of it, that'll take you right to our Facebook page. We are working on a website right now, but we do own the domain. They can also call us at 814-893-8638. That takes you directly to the distillery. And, of course, look on Facebook, and if you can stop in, you'll have a wonderful time. It's such a cozy atmosphere there. Oh, I totally agree. I love your place. I'm going to have to come back and revisit and see this tasting room. So good luck with everything, Howard. Thank you for joining us today. I know you're busy. I know you need to get back to that still. And we'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Hey, thank you. You were listening to Laurel Highlands Happenings. We thank our sponsors, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine at Seton Hill and Stoystown Flat Scutching Festival, coming September the 14th and 15th. All events and businesses mentioned today can be found at laurelhighlands.org. And if you're active on social media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, cheerio.
At LHTC Broadband, we're proud to provide the communication services you need to get the most from today's technology. We're your local choice for TV, phone, and internet. We offer high-quality cable TV service with HD, multi-room DVR, on-demand, and watch TV everywhere. Plus unlimited calling, and our internet is faster than ever with speeds up to 1 gigabyte. With no contracts and local customer service, switching has never been easier. Call today, 724-593-2411, or visit lhtcbroadband.com.